Hello YouTube. In my last PS Vita video, I had some people ask me about, hey, what's that plastic thing you have on your Vita? And I'll just, here's the video pretty much answering that question. After purchasing the Vita, I was like, alright, this thing costs an arm and a leg. I don't want to break it. Fortunately for me, I was able to trade in 2 broken PSPs, 2 broken PS2s, broken Xbox 360, and a handful of DS games that I beat the crap out of. I ended up getting about $190 worth of store credit, and then the rest of it I just paid in cash. So I'm still fortunate, but this represents all of those broken systems now, and in my mind, that's just, if I drop it, it's like re-breaking all of those things. I know that probably sounds a little insane, but whatever. I just mentally need to protect it. As that kind of investment. And then also like the system on top of everything else. So anyway, I did a little bit of online searching, and I was like, all right, where can I go? I looked at the Radio Shack in New York City, nothing. And I just went online to GameStop.com, and I was like, all right, you sold me the damn thing. What do you have for as far as protection? And all right, so they had 2 different types. They had it's called the Armor Shell, PS Vita Armor Shell. It's by Mad Cats. And then they had Nerf made one that was a lot different. So I'm just going to try to describe the Nerf one. The Nerf one, you could probably look it up online, Nerf PS Vita case. It makes your PS Vita looks like a Nerf football. It doesn't protect the face at all. It sits inside the case, and the case is this 1-inch blue and black striped padding. I guess it's like if you're 6 and you're playing it and you drop it straight down or on a corner or something, it would have this Nerf protection. It wouldn't protect the face of the Vita, so if you dropped it face down, the only thing that would take the blow are the analog sticks, which I guess are pretty durable, but me have broken 3 PSPs in my lifetime, I know that the most vulnerable part of the case is the screen, I just want to have something that bevels out a little bit so that the screen doesn't get the brunt of the force, which is kind of the reason for this, among just general bump and scratch protection. I want to keep it as nice as I can for as long as I can before I get bored of it and move on to the next, thing. Anyway, let me go back into this. So, here you have your case in all of its glory. First thing you're going to notice when you buy this is that it's made of the cheapest, crappiest plastic on earth. The only other thing that I've had made of this cheap plastic is some dollar store weapons from my G.I. Joe when I was a kid, and a dollar store shower caddy that actually broke under the weight of shampoo. Now, you may be thinking, well, why? That does not sound good. It sucks on its own, yes. If I wanted to defend myself with this thing from a mugger, I wouldn't last very long. However, when it's snug around the system, then the flexibility, the ability to break it by bending it, it becomes a non-issue. You're able to just... it's actually going to be snug onto the system, so you can't bend it. Everything is snapped into place, and then the only thing you have to worry about is the plastic itself durable enough to withstand. And yes, the plastic is quite good. I mean, what you're going to experience if you do drop it or something, you're going to have big scratches and perhaps a crack. But I think even if this case is cracked, it's still going to hold itself together because of the way that it's designed to fit around it. A couple things you're going to notice. The whole thing is on a hinge. This thing bends and unbends, and ooh, yay! All right. So, and there's a snap on the top, and you have this butt guard down here, and there's a spot for the power cord and the headphone jack. Everything is very open. I don't think there's going to be a overheating issue with this. Alright, so now let me show you the actual case in action here. Alright, so I'm going to drop this in here. Alright, it fits snugly in there. The next thing you do is flip it up. There are snaps on each side of the system. I think that I already snapped into place. Didn't click, but it's okay. There you go. That's into place. And the most important is going to be your top snaps here. I'm hoping that I can just snap this with one hand. Give me a second here. Can it happen? Can it happen? No, it can't. I'm going to put you on the side. There you go. Enjoy being sideways for a second. All right, you're back to reality. All right, so here we go. And then there's a final 2 snaps in the bottom here. They're not really, these snaps don't appear to be anything holding it in place. I guess it's support so that the hinge doesn't break, because this hinge is, I mean, it's really little. It's this little tiny ball here and this little tiny ball here with a very small piece of plastic. I bet you the smallest pull apart or drop would break it. So this bottom piece I feel is more of a protection to make sure that that hinge doesn't get broken. Alright, so the hinge is on there. Hallelujah. Headphone jack will easily fit right in there. Not a problem. The power cord, I don't have it right next to me, but it does fit very, very nicely. Completely not obstructed. It goes right in, no problem. Excuse me. All of your buttons are still very accessible. Everything plays very nicely. Let me pick it up. No problems. The PS button, this button. At the very top, what you have is this is not even covered. You hit your power button. The top and this piece of plastic actually sticks out further than the power button. So if you were to drop it, you're going to drop it at the very worst on your L button, which I think can take a beating anyway. But you're not your power button. You have this thing on the very top of your where your game goes into in the other slot. If you want to do something as far as playing a game, you just take these snaps off and call it a day. All right, now I'll tell you my first experience with this thing actually doing some protection for me. I was taking the bus to New York City. Actually, I was coming home. I was walking with the PS Vita by my side, and I don't know why. I just had it in my hand. I was trying to fit through all these people and everything. And on these buses, they have these arm rails. They're made of this hard plastic, and I actually smacked the PS Vita on one of the arm rails, and put a nice little crack in my Armror casing. But you know what? That's what it's for. It's supposed to take a beating. I don't notice any other problem other than an internal crack. Everything still seems to be fine, and I have no problem having a $12 case look like crap than the $250 PS Vita. You know what I'm saying? There's one final little piece of this case that I haven't gone over just yet. You have this armor protecting the rear touchpad. It comes right off. It has these little slots that fits right back in here and steps back in. You just take this off when you're playing any of your games that involve this. I've been playing nothing but PSP games at this point, just catching up on the games that I haven't played since I broke my PSP. So I really haven't gotten into any PS Vita games. There really hasn't been anything out yet that I think is worth the money. That's just my opinion. So I have yet to use this touchpad, but until I do, this is going to remain on there as long as I can get this motherfucker. Is it upside down? Maybe it's upside down. Yes, indeed it was upside down. Alright. Also, one last thing. Cameras. Camera here, completely unblocked. So, yeah, I mean, I would give this case, if I was going to do it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it an 8. If it was made of sturdier plastic, maybe it'd be a little higher up there. But I understand the point of the light plastic. It doesn't add any weight to the system, really. I mean, I could probably, I guess maybe 0.1 of a pound additional. Very, very light. All right. Well, that's that. If you're thinking about buying it, I endorse it. All right. Good luck.